United States Deputy Secretary of State Wendy R. Sherman called on Chief of Army Staff General Qamar Javed Bajwa in Rawalpindi and discussed matter of mutual interest, regional security situation and collaboration in humanitarian measure in Afghanistan. Chief of Army Staff told Sherman that Pakistan was committed to making all-out effort for peace and stability in Afghanistan and supported an all-inclusive Afghan government, said Radio Pakistan. The visiting dignitary also lauded Pakistan's role in facilitating successful evacuation operation after the Afghan withdrawal. She also pledged to continue working with Pakistan for regional peace. Chief of Army Staff stressed maintaining meaningful bilateral engagement between Pakistan and the US for enduring multi-domain ties. The United States and the Taliban will hold their first in-person talk since the US withdrawal from Afghanistan starting Saturday, October 9, the State Department said. The US delegation will meet Saturday and Sunday in the Qatari capital Doha with senior Taliban representative, a State Department spokesperson said. The United States has remained in contact with the Taliban since the long-time foe seized Kabul in August. As US troops pull out, the meeting will be the first that is face-to-face. We will press the Taliban to respect the right of all Afghans, including women and girls, and to form an inclusive government with broad support, the spokesperson said Friday. As Afghanistan faces the prospect of severe economic construction and possible humanitarian crisis, we will also praise the Taliban to allow humanitarian agencies free access to areas of need. The State Department stressed that the meeting did not indicate that the United States was recognizing Taliban rule in Afghanistan. Federal Minister for Information and Broadcasting Fawad Chaudhry on Saturday shared detail of alleged money laundering by companies of leader of the opposite in National Assembly Shehbaz Sharif and his son Hamza in sugar scam case. Sharing a document on Twitter, he said Shehbaz and Hamza had been granted bail till October 13 for a money laundering of raised 25 billion in the sugar mill case. See the detail of these accounts. This is just one of their many corruption cases, Chaudhry added. Then they say that PTI is always harping about accountability. According to Chaudhry, Sharif had opened fake account in the name of several lower staffers through which they transacted money worth billions of rupees. It has been revealed that total deposit amounting to over raised 25 billion were received in at least 57 fictitious ID bank account opened in the name of 20 low-wage employees of the Ramzan Sugar Mill Limited of the Sharif Group of companies and other fictitious companies set up control for the benefit of the Sharif family. Read the shared documents. The PMLN leader are facing 25 billion money laundering charges in the sugar scandal. The FIA had took them in the case under section of the Pakistan Penal Code, the Prevention of Corruption Act and the Anti-Money Laundering Act in November 2020. Chinese President Xi Jinping said on Saturday that the Taiwan question arose out of the weakness and cause of the Chinese nation, and it will be resolved as national rejuvenation become a reality. This is determined by the general trend of Chinese history, but more importantly, it is the common will of all Chinese people, said Xi, also General Secretary of the Communist Party of China Central Committee and Chairman of the Central Military Commission, while addressing a meeting marking the 110th anniversary of the Revolution of 1911. National reunification by peaceful means best serve the interests of Chinese nation as a whole, including compatriots in Taiwan, he noted. Compatriots on both sides of the Taiwan Strait should stand on the right side of history and join head to achieve China complete reunification and the rejuvenation of the Chinese nation, she said. Those who forget their heritage, betray their motherland and seek to split the country will come to no good end, said Xi, adding that they will be detained by the people and condemned by history. The Taiwan question is purely an internal matter for China on which brooks no external interference, she noted. The complete reunification of our country will be and can be realized, he stressed. The government has rejected the World Bank projection about Pakistan gross domestic product growth rate of the current upcoming fiscal year, saying it was based on unrealistic assessment and that the GDP growth rate for the fiscal year 2021-2022 2022 would go up close to 5% against the World Bank forecast of 3.4%. Referring to a recent report published by the World Bank, the Ministry of Finance said that the World Bank growth estimate of 3.5% in fiscal year 2021 against the National Account Committee estimate of 3.94% released by Pakistan Bureau of Statistics were also based on unrealistic assessment. The provisional estimate of GDP growth for fiscal year 2021 was 3.94% based on 2.8% growth in agriculture, 3.6% growth in industry, and 4.4% growth in services. The Sindh High Court observed the Provisional Secretary Finance signed billion of rupees memorandum of understanding with State Life Corporation for group insurance of Sindh employees without authorization of Sindh Chief Secretary. It said that the Provisional Chief Secretary, being chairman of Provisional Welfare Fund, was the competent authority to sign the court on Thursday was hearing dozens of identical petitions of several sitting and retired provisional secretaries of heirs of deceased employees of Sindh government challenging inordinate delay in setting insurance claim and payment of insurance policy at attaining the age of 65 years. A two-judge Sindh High Court bench headed by Justice Salahuddin Pawar noted that the Provisional Welfare Board, Sindh being the custodian of employees' contribution that are deducting at source from their salaries to pay a premiums, seemingly failed to strike a good bargain with insurance companies. Provisional Secretary Finance apprised the court that group insurance arrangement for the Sindh government employees, whose number now have surged to 500,000 had been in place for about 3 decades. A day after the federal government gave a green signal to school for the resumption of normal classes from October 11, Punjab Education Minister Murad Rais welcomed students back to their old routine and urged them to follow COVID-19 SOPs. RAS on Friday also announced that all public and private schools of Punjab will start their regular classes from October 11. No more staggered approach. Welcome back to the previous routine. Please follow SOPs issued by the government, he tweeted. After significant decrease in the number of coronavirus cases, positivity ratio in Pakistan, the National Command and Operations Center allowed the resumption of routine classes at educational institutes. Chairman NCOC Asad Umar had made the decision public on Twitter. Earlier, Special Assistant to Prime Minister on National Health Services Dr. Faisal Sultan also apprised the media about launching a campaign in school for vaccination of children aged 12 and above against coronavirus. Mobile team would be visiting the educational institution for vaccination, and Saturday had been fixed for vaccinating children in school. He had added similarly the last week of October and November had been fixed for vaccinating students in their institution, he had maintained. For Karachi's targeted killing are pretty much familiar term. People of this city have witnessed thousands of bullet-riddled, blood-stained bodies since the last 2 or 3 decades. There are a number of motives behind these fatal incidents. These include political rivalry, sectarian divide, personal enmity, family feuds, and business rivalries, etc. Though the law enforcement agencies do not compile comprehensive data of targeted killing incident, according to the Citizen Police Liaison Committee (CPLC), at least 335 people were killed in terrorism, targeted attack, and family feuds in the city from January 2021 to August 2021. Senior crime reporter Rao Imran, who has been covering crime incidents since the last 3 decades, said the word target killing was first coined by the then Inspector General of Police of Kamal Shah to describe such incident, single word target killing. However, these incidents have different meaning and motives and do not fall under the same. There are at least 3 types of target killer, such as pet killer who kill people for money and the one who kill anyone. Our family feud does not fall in the category of target killers, he added. He further said that those who kill someone over political dispute or sectarian conflict fall under the category of target killer. Counter-terrorism department in charge Raja Umar Khattab, while taking to Bold News, that the pattern of crime in Karachi had changed as there was a sharp decline in politically motivated or sectarian killing incident. Chief Secretary Punjab Kamran Ali Afzal has conveyed displeasure of the Provisional Regional Chief Minister to Administrative Secretaries of 6 departments for alarmingly low utilization of development funds during the first quarter of the current fiscal year. After maiden meeting of review committee this financial year, the CS conveyed disqualification of CM Usman Buzdar to these departments on poor utilization of development fund released during the first quarter. From all the departments, only 2 utilized more than half of the release amount, while those who spent 29% above managed to escape the CM's wrath. Out of 6 secretaries convey CM dissatisfaction, 3 failed to spend even a single penny, while 2 utilized 3 PC each and 1 just 2 PC of the development fund released during the first quarter. Secretary Environment Protection Department Syed Mubashir Hussain, Secretary Human Rights and Minority Affairs Department Nadimur Rahman and Secretary Women Development Department Amreen Raza were convey CM displeasure over 0% utilization of release development fund. National T20 Cup Sindh defeated Southern Punjab by 45 runs in the 24th match of the National T20 Cup 2021 at Gaddafi Stadium, Lahore. Player of the match Sharjeel Khan dashed Southern Punjab dreams of qualifying for the semi-final. Southern Punjab has only 2 wins and can go to maximum of 6 points if they beat Khyber Pakhtunkhwa in their last group match on 10th October. Sharjeel spanked as many as 13 boundaries and 4 sixes as he made almost 52% of Sindh's 196 runs. His inning was his fearless stroke play. Sindh lost Ahsan Ali, Sharjeel opening partner, in the first over. He put 37 of 20 in the power play with Shan Masood, who contributed 22 of 15, hitting 4 boundaries and caught behind of Mohammad Imran on the first ball of the 5th over. He brought up his 104th time in his career and first for Sindh. Southern Punjab run chase suffered a major blow in the first over when Zishan Ashraf got cuffed in the first over. The first 3 overs brought only 12 runs for Southern Punjab. Southern Punjab was all out for 151 with 7 balls spare. Ruman finished with 3 for 23 while Anwar Ali, Danish Aziz and Zahid Mahmood picked up 2 wickets each. Former cricketer of Pakistan Shoaib Akhtar has reached 4 million followers on Twitter. Shoaib has shared the happy news with his fan on his official Twitter account. He wrote, "We are a Twitter family of 4 million today. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Question and answer for 15 minutes under hashtag Shoaib Akhtar 4 million will be responded." He said, "It is an embarrassing time for us. We can't let it go. Security threats are everywhere in the world currently. Cancelling this tour, citing secretary concerned, have embraced Pakistan worldwide. Now it is the time to focus on the T20 World Cup. Just leave what happened. Just try to prepare strongly, win the mega event and give an answer to the world." Harim Shah is a Pakistani social media personality active on TikTok. On 28th June 2021, she confirmed her marriage but keep detail about her husband under wraps. Harim Shah is famous for her controversial behavior as well. Her videos always make round on social media and people sometimes criticize her video. Harim share multiple videos on her Instagram account to keep her fans updated. Harim Shah, who gained recognition from TikTok, has definitely mastered the art to remain in the headlines. The TikTok queen recently took to Instagram upload a picture of her husband in ihram. She captioned the picture, "Khuda Pak aapka umra kabool farmaye." Fiza Ali is a Pakistani actress, host and singer. Fiza has been working in the industry for a long time now. Mehendi, Saath Nibhana Hai and Saath Sur Rishton Ke are among her most popular dramas. Currently, Fiza Ali is a host of a television show. She has also been active in singing. She has sung a few songs with singer Mazhar Rahi and almost all of her songs have become a huge hit and gathered millions of views on YouTube as well. Fiza is a single mother of her adorable daughter Faral. Recently, Fiza took to Instagram and posted a video from her birthday party by captioning it, "Happy birthday to me." In the video, she was spotted in a black dress with minimal makeup while definitely posing for the video. She looked so stunning while posing. Minal Khan and Ahsan Mohsin Ikram went to the Maldives for a magical honeymoon after making news with their lavish wedding celebration. On September 28, the pair landed in the Maldives for a romantic getaway. For romantic walks down the beach to magical dinner under the sea, Minal and Ahsan are giving life and major couple goals. Their picture get viral on social media. Minal Khan and Ahsan Mohsin Ikram, a newly-wed couple, are continuing their honeymoon with a fun trip to Dubai. The couple can be seen soaking up the sun, taking in the breathtaking scenery, touring various locations and going on dinner dates.
बोल ब्रीफ्स की वीडियो सबसे पहले देखने के लिए बोल ब्रीफ्स के चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और बेल आइकन पर क्लिक करना ना भूलें।